Hey everyone, and welcome to another walkthrough video. And today I'll be going through the alert settings, which has gone through a significant upgrade. It's been a feature that's been part of Hawke AI's since really the beginning, and it's helped our users to stay on top of their budgets and goals, ensuring that they're pacing well to their targets and getting alerts just in time and allowing them to make those optimizations and changes. So we're really excited to be rolling out quite a significant overhaul to the way users can now set up their alerts. We've been hearing from our users that they want to have a lot more flexibility and control on which platforms they receive alerts, which campaigns they can receive alert for, who receives what alerts, etc. So again, we're really excited to be making these changes here and excited for our users to be able to add that more flexibility to their alerts. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first big change is really the shift of where alert settings live. So it's outside of platform settings now, and it lives right under your profile icon. It's found right under platform settings. So you've got alert settings here, right? A lot more easier to access, a lot more visible as well. So once you click on alert settings, and you take it really to this page where you can select an individual client account. If you're an agency or if you're a brand, you select your brand account, um, and you're able to then build the alerts for that account. So here I've selected Bird Toys as my client account, and I'm just going to walk you through the overall view here. And what we're seeing here are all the different alerts I've created for Bird Toys. So you can create individual alerts for different platforms, for different settings, for different metrics, etc. I'm able to filter between alerts so I can view the right one that I want to see. So I can filter based off status. So there's now 3 different statuses that we have. It's an active status if it's running. If you want to just pause it or discontinue it or deactivate it, you can deactivate it. And we also introduced snooze, which I'll be talking about in a second, but essentially just pauses it for a brief period of time. We've got your alert type. So again, we've got the budget ones and goals. They're both broken down into 2 categories. They're either pacing towards a goal target or a milestone alert will really just notify you when you've hit a certain threshold towards your target. So if you've reached, say, 20% of your goal target, you'd get notified. And then the third filtering option is selecting the recipient of those alerts, because now you're able to customize who gets what alert. I can type in my name here and see only the alerts that are going to be sent to me. I, of course, clear my filter and search by the individual alert name, which takes me down to the list of alerts themselves. We've got the status column where I can activate, deactivate, and again, like I mentioned, snooze. So I can select an individual date of when I want to snooze an alert. So for example, if I'm getting conversion, if I'm getting alerted from the conversion rate, and I'm behind my pacing target, well, I'll need a few days or some time to optimize. I don't want to be alerted while I'm optimizing my conversion rate. So I'll probably pause it till the end of the week. Gives me enough time to make some changes and tweaks, and then I'll just start back up. I can give each individual alerts their own unique name. I can see the different alert type that I'm looking at. Of course, I've got the account name and then who's going to be receiving which alert, which Slack channel it's going to be sent off to, and then who's created it. And then finally, I can edit it, duplicate it, or delete the individual alert. So let's get started. Let's build an alert, and I'll kind of walk you through the setup. You want to go up to the top right, click on Create New Alert, and you're greeted with 2 different options. That's create a custom alert or choose from a template. So we're going to be introducing a number of templated alerts to kind of get you up and going and get started. But for this purpose, I'll just create a custom alert. Okay, fantastic. So this is kind of the alert builder tool that we have here. And to create a new alert, the first thing you want to do is select which account it's going to be applied to. So I'll search up bird toys. Boom. And then I can input a rule name. So for here, I'll like meta ads. What I'll do is I'll create an alert for my budget. I've got my budget already pre-set up for meta ads under my budget settings, budget monitoring, and I want to make sure that I'm pacing well towards it. So I've got meta ads. It's going to be a budget pacing goal alert, and then I'll just say I have a $5,000 budget for the month. I'll just type in $5,000. So that's my new goal name. Again, you can edit it and tweak it however you like it. And down below, I'll choose my rule type. Here's where I'll select exactly what a type of rule or what am I looking to achieve here. So I've got a few options, of course, for budget and goals. I've got I break it down into either a pacing, so which means it lets me know if I'm on track, I'm under pace, over pacing. And then again, milestone, which would be when you've hit a certain, say, 50% through your budget or you're 80% through your conversion goals, for example. And then you've got the landing page as well. So for this example, I'll be selecting budget pacing. And then I can choose which budget type. So there's two different types of budgets. Well, the first one is going to be the, your basic platform budget. Or if you're looking to create one for your enhanced budget groups, you can choose enhanced budget groups. Since this is just a overall meta ads platform budget, I'm going to select basic. All right. Now I can select those conditions. I select my platform. Here you can select multiple ones if you wanted to really select everything and have a massive budget across all your different channels and platforms. I can turn on the toggle where it says select all current and future platform budgets. And now I have, I'm able to try now choose budget pacing against all of my budgets together. So for this example, it'll be just for meta ads. I can also select multiple. So if I wanted to have a paid social separate one, I can do that as well. So meta ads here. Now I'll select my budget. So it's two options. Either I can select the actual budget that I've set already on budget monitoring, or I can choose forecast. So if I really don't have a budget goal, client hasn't told me that they have a fixed amount, but I still want to be able to be close to what I'm historically spending. I don't want to be too way off. Well, forecast allows you to get budget pacing alerts based off of what Hawke has projected what your spend should be. Since I do have a budget that I have in mind, it's going to be the one that I've already preset and budget monitoring. I'll select the actual. Then I'm a pacing trend. Within pacing trend, I can either be alerted if I'm over budget or just under budget or both. And for this example, I'll choose over and under. I want to be alerted whenever I'm below pace, or of course, when I'm kind of spending too hot. And then finally, you can set what your threshold is, your comfort zone, or how much you want to be able to deviate away from the actual or for expected budget. I want to keep it pretty tight, so I'll just select 5%. 5%. So essentially what this means is that if for any given day, if I'm beyond 5% of my budget, then I will get alerted for that. To scroll down here, I can select the individual team member or team members. So I'll select my name here, and then I can also select an individual Slack channel as well. For this one, I'll only keep it to myself. I won't have it sent over to any Slack channel. And that's it. And then I can hit save. I'm just going to go through my settings. Everything just looks good. I can go scroll down and click on save. Great. Now, if I wanted to find that budget pacing, I can go ahead and find it. It's right down here. Go into it. I can make any changes or tweaks. But what's also really neat is I can actually preview the alert. It'll let me know. It'll send me an email of what that alert would look like, as well as how many of alerts would I have received as well for the month. All right, so it looks like it's generated one alert, no issues found. I would essentially now please I can go to my email inbox and see what that and preview what that alert would look like. All right, go back here. So that's a budget pacing goal, one of the most popular alert types that we have. And the second most popular would be your goal pacing, pacing to well towards your KPI target. So let's set one of those up as well. So we'll go back into creating a new alert and select create custom alert. I'll select the same account that I have. And here for role name, I'll type in goal pacing. And let's say I want to be able to track well towards, say, a campaign goal. So I have a goal, say, for my Advantage Plus campaigns on Meta Ads. And I have a target of 200 conversions. So that's my rule name. Down below, I'll select the rule type. That's going to be a goal pacing. I can select what goal type it is. Either I can have it as a custom or a range. So a custom would mean if I've already have a set target in mind, which for example, I do, I've got 200. Now I have a range, which is maybe between 150 to 200. Then I would select range and I can actually input my minimum value and maximum value. And then it will alert me whenever I'm outside of that range. So I'll select custom, and now I can pick my conditions here. The first option I have is which is the account level that I'm looking at. So for this example, I want it to be just my Advantage Plus campaigns for Meta Ads. So I'm going to be selecting my campaign level. I can choose platform level if I want to, but for this purpose, it'll be campaign level. Which platform is going to be for? Well, this one will be for Meta Ads. Scroll down, I can select which metric. So it'll be conversions. And here's where the target's going to be. It's either going to be my actual, I can choose forecast just like with budget as well, or track against month over month, year over year, period for period. So it'll be my actual set an actual goal conversion amount. Here's my threshold. So again, I'll keep it super tight with similar to budget. So I'll just keep it as 5%. And this is where I actually input my goal target. It's going to be 200. Scrolling further down, I can select again pacing trends. I only want to know if I'm under budget, under my goal target, sorry. If I'm over, that's fantastic. I don't need to be alerted for it, but if I'm falling behind now, I really want to know. So I'll select under. Scrolling down here, I got the date range. So sometimes you'll have a month. Most of our users have a monthly goals, but that's not always the case. For example, if I've got weekly goals and weekly targets, for example, I can select weekly, and if I've got maybe 50 conversions per week, I can track it on a weekly basis. Same thing if I have daily. So some users may have a daily revenue target that they want to hit. You can select daily as well. Now with fixed range here, for example, you might have a Black Friday campaign going live, and you've got specific targets, say a CPA target or a ROAS target for those specific time period. Well, that's what fixed range can allow you to do. Pick your start and end date, and then it will only track within that range. But for this purpose, we'll have a monthly target of 200. Now down below, I can actually choose the individual campaigns. So it's going to be all of my Advantage Plus campaigns. So like these two, awesome. And then finally, I'll input my name and I'll choose my Slack channel as well. And then I'm all done. I just like to kind of go back and make sure I've got everything set up the way I'd like, make sure my rule name makes sense. Everything looks good here. Now, if I wanted to preview alert now, it's pretty much grayed out, so I won't be able to preview alert until I've actually saved it. So I'll save it for now, and then I can go back in and actually send that preview. All right, fantastic. So that's about it. We've gone through the budget pacing and target setup. We also went through the goal pacing alert setup as well. And so um, that's the new alert settings functionality and system that we have in place. It's a lot more customizable, allows our user to be extremely flexible and set specific goals and alerts uh, based on their own individual business needs. So we're excited to kind of have this rolling out. Um, that wraps this walkthrough video. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.